list. I don't want to go through what we discussed so far because this will take a lot of time. Let's just directly jump to the linked list part of it. So we have seen our primitive data types like int, float, all that things, and then we discussed about arrays also. So there are some issues with the arrays. So one thing is that if you want to insert or delete an element in the middle or somewhere in the array, right? So the whole array need to be adjusted, right? So it is what I can say, it is big of n operation. If n is the size of array, right? So that take big of n operations, because let's see, you have some array, and let me just draw it. You have some elements. Let's say you want to delete this particular element, right? So what you need to do is like once you delete this element, right, the other elements need to be copied back, because arrays are continuous, having continuous memory. So that is a problem. So this operation in worst case, right, it is like big of n. For let's say example, you are deleting the first element or inserting some element just before to it, right, at index 0. So the index 0th element need to be pushed back, and that happens to all the elements which are all there in the array, right? So this is the problem actually. So this what data structure we can use so that we can avoid this problem, so that insertion and deletion also can happen in big of one operation, right? So, so linked list is the one which we can use. And apart from that, next one is that the implementation of stack and queues. You can implement using arrays also, implementation of stack and implementation of queue. But using that, right, it makes things little complicated. For example, a stack is fine because you can insert in one end and delete from one end, that is fine. But queue, right, you have to iterate through, or you can go through that location again. That adjustment is also problematic. That also can be done using linked list, but using linked list, it will be a bit complicated because you need to take care of pointers. Let's say you have a linked list, and then you need to have a head pointer as well as a tail pointer. For example, in case of queue, where insertion is happening from the head side, and removal is happening from the tail side, so you need to maintain two pointers. So that is what things will be complicated, but it is space wise and operations wise, right, it is simpler one. Okay, so that is the advantage of what we get it from the linked list. So how the linked list looks like, for example, let's see these are all the linked list of items what we have in a linked list. So the element, right, the item, what I can say, the 2 is the item, and this is a list. So what it has is like, it has an item as well as it has a next pointer which is pointing to the next element in the list. Okay, so for example, like this 2, right, it has a next pointer which is pointing to this element, and what is there in that element? Again, the item here is 9, and the next pointer is pointing to the next element in the list. So this is how the linked list is structured. So, and the place from where we start, right, that is called as a head pointer. So in Java, we don't have a pointers, we just call it as a references. But the guys who are from C++ background, they still can refer it as a pointer. Okay, so I will be referring most of the time, it will be like reference or pointer, so it is the same thing. Okay, so I'm not talking more on any language perspective, but my code references are from the Java because I am from Java side. So, but terminology wise, you can either call it as a pointer or you can call it as a reference. It doesn't matter. Okay. And if you see that structure of the class or structure of the struct, right, how does it looks like? For example, an item which need to be stored in that linked list, and the pointer which is pointing to the next node. So we need 2 items. One is the element to be stored, and the next is the pointer which is showing the next element in the array, or the reference to the next element array. So this is how we have. And while constructing this node, right, what we do, we initialize that item to particular item. For example, like I want to insert, or I want to create a node with the element 2 or element 3, whatever it is. So you can mark that, or you can set that value as 2 or 3, whatever it is, and the next pointer is set to null. For example, you are creating a empty list, empty array, from the empty linked list you are started creating, then you can create a first node and set that next element to null because you don't have anything more there. Once you want to create another element, right? So that time you can reference this pointer to that particular element. So this is how it goes. For example, let's see what I'm doing here is like I have a first node which is having element 10, and the reference of the first node I am pointing to second node. Okay, let me create 3 nodes first. Okay, what I have here is temp1, temp2, temp3. So this is temp1, this is temp2, and this is temp3. My handwriting is horribly wrong, and using mouse it will be too difficult. So what I will do, I will create this as a 20, temp1 is 10, temp2 is 20, and temp3 is 30. Okay, so for right now, once I created, right, if you have seen this constructor, right, all the elements are pointing to, all the nodes are pointing to null values. Okay, all 3 are pointing to null. So what I will do here is temp1 dot next. So temp1's next, what I will do, I will point to temp2. So now it is pointing here, and then temp2 dot next, what it is doing, I am pointing to temp3. So now I have a list. So using just pointer references, right, I can just point like this. Temp1 is pointing to temp2, temp2 is pointing to temp3. Temp3 anyway, temp3 next is pointing to null because all were initially started pointing to null, right? So it is still pointing to null here. So this is how I can just link that nodes. So it makes much simpler. So we'll see a lot of like how it goes, like how we can insert, how we can delete, inserting in the beginning, inserting in the delete, and not only that, even more complicated operations also, like what interviews perspective, what they ask, and how we can deal with them. So we'll talk more on that as well. So so far, any questions or anybody has any doubts or things not clear? Because I am going little faster here because the linked list, anybody, it is a common data structure which everybody knows. Next level. So how you traverse linked list? So what we do is like we start with the head reference. So what we have is here head reference is the what is pointing at the first node, and then what we do is like we just print that node and then move our head to, I don't want to say head, the reference. You can store the head reference because we may have to fetch that back and take it into some other reference, temp reference, and then keep moving that temp reference by saying that temp equal to temp dot next. Okay, so your temp is at head initially, and then we say temp dot next, your temp is here. Again, you print that value, again move the temp to temp dot next. You can do it in while temp is not equal. So okay, let me cover that later. So what you are doing here is that you are printing the temp dot item. So basically I'm printing this item and then I'm moving into temp dot next. How long I can move? Until my temp becomes null. So this reference, right, I reach this place where my temp is null. So I don't need to print the value. So I can stop over there. That is what I'm doing here. It's pretty simple. So I take a temp node where my head node is pointing, which is, that is what it has been passed to this print value head node. I took it in a temp node, and then what I did, I just iterating over to the temp node, just changing the references, temp equal to temp dot next. That is what I'm doing here. My temp is pointing to here first, and then in each iteration, right, I'm just putting the value and then changing my temp reference to temp reference to the next value of the particular node, right? Temp to temp dot next. So this is what I'm doing. So that is how I am iterating to the complete loop. It is very simple actually. If you see, right, we can do it in just 2 lines of code, just a while loop and then reference, changing the reference to the next value, next node. So that is how you can iterate over to a linked list. Let's see how we can do a inserting at the beginning. So how you can insert in the beginning? It is also pretty simple. What you can do is like you can first create a node which you need to be inserted, right? Let's see, I need to insert some value 10 over here. So what I will do, I will create a node. Once you create a node, right, you can pass value what you need to create it, and the reference of next value will be assigned to null because you have newly created the node. So what you can do, the next of this, right, temp node, whatever you created, you can assign back to the head, right? and now your head pointer is pointing here, right? You can change this pointer to point to the newly created node. Now this is your head node. This is pretty simple operation. And now what we have, your head is pointing here and 2 is pointing to the next element. That is what you can do it here. Yeah, okay, I have here. So what you did, you created a temp node and then next of it is pointing to head. And then you can reassign the head back to the temporarily created node, right? So your head comes back here. And now this is what your list is, right? If you see the code wise, it is pretty simple. You created a temp node with a value which is being passed to the insert beginning, and that is what you got the temp. Once you create the node, right, by default the next item will be assigned to next. Temp.next is null now. What you are doing now, temp.next, instead of null, right, you are assigning back to head. I have not taken a reference here because I'm considering this as a global element. Otherwise, sometimes you need to adjust that. So assume that head is at the start of the list. Okay. Now I'm changing the head pointer to the temp. So that is what I'm doing here. Instead of it was pointing here, head reference, I am pointing to the newly created temp node, right? And now this my list is ready. So you can do it in just 2 lines of code change. Only this temp.next is head and head is equal to temp. What we can do, how you can do inside at the end. Okay. This should be end. Okay. Maybe some copy paste issue. So what you can do, you can reach to the last node where the it is pointing to its next is pointing to null. Okay. First you create a temp node. So here my temp node is created. Let's see 10 I want to insert. So what you can do, you can reach to the node, last node. So if I reach here where my next is pointing to null, instead of pointing to null, you can point to the newly created node. This is what you need to do. Anyway, this is pointing to null anyway, right? So this is what you need to do. How you can do it? Okay, this is how you can do is first you take this, create a temp node and assume that your list is not empty. Okay. That is what I'm doing. Head is equal to null, then head equal to term, just return. So inserting at the beginning is fine because we are not taking care of what is the head reference is. Head can be null also, it is fine. But inserting at the end, if head is null, then whatever node you are inserting, that itself your head. That is what we are doing this in this case here, right? I think this condition is, you are aware of it. Now what you do is you take head to a current pointer, some reference node, and then you keep moving this reference node until that current.next is not equal to null. So I am reaching till here. Current.next is not equal to null means you come here, its next is not null, this next is not null, this next is not null, and then you reach here where its next is null. So you come at this place, right? You come out of this loop. You come out of this loop, and then that current.next, which was pointing to null, now you point it to a temporarily created node. So that is what I've done it here. So instead of pointing to null, right, you are pointing to a newly created node. So this is what you can do. I hope it is clear, right, guys? Okay. Moving to next, deleting node at the beginning. How you delete a node at the beginning? So what you can do is your head reference, right? You just move it to a next level. So head is there, head you, what you do, head.next you do. Right. So instead of pointing it here, you point it here and leave it garbage collection to take care of this node, because once it is not reachable, then this will be garbage collector. In CC++, what you do, you can release the memory of this node. It's pretty simple. So what you can do, I have not written the code, I guess. Yeah, I think it is more clear, right? So head equal to head.next. If you do that itself, that's sufficient enough. This head pointer is gone. And this is eligible for garbage collection. In CC++, you may need to do it manually, releasing the memory of it. Okay. So let's see deleting a node in the beginning. How you do? What you do, right? So first you know this node. So you reach to a point where you know that next this place where you know that the node to be deleted is the next node. Then what you do? instead of pointing to that particular node, you point to the next of that particular. So here, next of is 6. What do you do? Next of next you point, and then this node is eligible for garbage. Okay, so this is how you can delete the node which is coming in between. So if you see that insertion in the beginning, insertion in the end, or insertion in the middle, or deleting in the beginning, deleting at the end, or deleting in the middle. So these are all operation, right? Require a constant time. So this you can do it in big O of 1 operation. So when I was started with this linked list session, right, I was explaining what all the problems in array list and array list arrays, right? So not array list, arrays. So where insertion and deletions are a bit complicated operations, right? Because you need big O of n. Now here you can do it in a constant time, because it is just adjusting the pointer. We are not, like going through all the loop. We are just adjusting the pointer. So that is a simple operation. And that is how this linked list plays a major role, the performance wise. How you find an element? Let's say for example, you want to find 6, right? And so you can start with the position 1, position 2, and this position 2. You keep iterating this head node until you find that element. Let's take head node into some current node, and then iterate that current node, finding that current dot element is the element what you are searching for. If it is fine, if it is the same element, then you return the position of it. And now let's see, position started from 1 here. This is the first node, this is second node, and this is third node. Let's see, if you are searching 6, then what it does, the current node is started from here. It checks 2 is not the same, 9 is also not the same, and it hit with the 6. Then it returns the position 3. Let's say you are finding an element 10, which doesn't exist in the list. So what you do, you reach till the end where temp.next is null, or the element what you are searching is not there in the list. So you return -1. So if you look code wise, I think I don't have that. Yeah, finding element, finding the middle element. I think this is the same thing. What you do in the code wise, this is how you start. Count equal to 0, because this is the position I am going to return. So what I will do, so this should be count, actually not the current item. Find a middle element. I think this element to be passed, there is some issue over here. What I'm searching here, okay, sorry. So this is something different. I go for this finding an element in a linked list. So this is the next question, finding a middle element. Okay, how you find, given a linked list, this is the linked list, you need to find the middle element in the linked list. For example, in this list, right, 6 is the middle element. These are all kind of tricky questions what examiners can ask you. So how will you find a middle element in a linked list? So what you do, what you can do is you can just iterate through the linked list, because you don't know like what is the size of the linked list. In arrays you can get that array dot size, right, from that standard API, like you can get it like what is the size of array. But linked list is like, it is not like that. You don't know how many elements are there. First what you need to do is you need to iterate through the complete linked list and get the count exactly how many elements are there. Once you know that exact number, then you can divide that number by 2 and then iterate to that particular element, whatever you get after dividing 2. So that is what I'm doing it here. Finding a middle element, what you do, you start the count and you iterate till the last element. So till you hit with this item dot next. So from started 1 2 3 4 5 here, your item dot next is null. So you stop it here. So you started count equal to 0 1 2 3 4 5. So you got count as 5 here by this time, right? And then this condition holds true. Holds false, and you comes out of this particular value. And then again you point current to back to the head. So because you need to go to the current count by 2 element, means the middle element you need to go. Now you have the count. So you have the 5 element. 5 divided by 2 is nothing but 2.5, which if you take integer it gives 3. So you need to go to the third element. So you start from 0 and you less than 3, that nothing but started from 0 means 0 1 2. So second element. So current equal to current.text. So here, this is how this finding a middle element works. Okay. I'm sorry, like I just got confused with this finding an element in linked list and finding a middle element. Okay, I hope this is clear. Delete a node without a head reference. So this is a very standard question being asked in interviews. How you delete a node without having a head reference? For example, let's see. I don't know the head reference where the head is pointing in this particular linked list. I have been given only the reference of this particular node 6, and I need to delete this so that the other pointers can be adjusted. So this will be the input list given to you, and but you don't know this head reference. Head reference is not given to you. Only given to you is the reference of this particular node which need to be deleted, and the output is expected is this. So after deleting this, right, this 9 to be pointed to 99, and this 99 may never pointed to. So how will you do it? So this is a trickier question what usually asked in the interview. So any guesses, guys? How will you do it without having head reference? So the problem here is that, sorry.
It's very simple. I have to take the previous elements. Acha, I cannot traverse backwards, right?
How will you traverse backward? It is not a doubly linked list, right? It is just a singly linked list.
Oh, okay.
You don't have this pointer. Whatever I'm pointing here, right? You don't know this.
Okay. In that case, what I'll do is my current element's next element, it should point to the next element's next node. Means I have to get the next element's node, next pointer, next node, that is 1, and the 6 next node should be the 99's next node.
So you mean to say this node's next is this one node?
Yeah, instead of 99, it should be changed to 1. So basically, if I have the reference node, reference dot next is 99. So reference dot next is 1 element. So reference dot next equal to reference next element.
But you don't know this node, right? How will you reference this to 99? So you don't know this. The problem you do not understand. You don't have this.
Actually, I
you
can
cannot
copy the value.
See, I know the reference node, right?
You know this particular node. Yes, you know the reference node.
Yes. I know the reference node. So reference dot next equal to.
You cannot do that. Reference dot next equal to this next equal to.
Yeah, reference dot next equal to reference dot next 2 times.
No, you cannot do that. That is what I'm saying, right? So,
Cyrus, if I can,
yes.
What I was thinking is, I think I've solved this. This is basically you have to copy the next values, next cell's value to the current one, and then point to the next.
Exactly. So, thanks. That is how you can do that. I think who's that? Mary, you are right. Murthy, sorry.
Venkatesh. Yeah,
it's Venkatesh Murthy.
Yeah.
Okay. So what he suggested is right. So you cannot play around with the references here, because that is what more dangerous thing here to do that. So what you can do is like, instead of, you keep that same reference. Okay. So what you need to do is that instead of 6 here, right, you copy this value here, 99 to this place. Okay. And keep doing that until you hit with the null node. And instead of 99, you copy 1 here. And once you hit with the last node, right, once you copy here, you will get the last node where the next is null. So you delete this reference. That's it you need to do. That's what I
Can you explain me why my approach is not feasible?
What you are saying is right. So let me understood what you said. What you are doing here is, where is my pointer? So let's see, I have 3 nodes, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So it is pointing like this, right? And this is pointing to null. So I need to delete this. So what you are saying is, can you just repeat what did you say?
Yeah, I'm saying,
how can I delete this? Yeah.
Suppose the first node element is A, first node, ABC, it's like that. Okay.
Okay, ABC.
So, yeah. So A's next
A
should.
You cannot reference. You cannot access A. You don't know how to access A. That is
okay. I'm not accessing A. I want to delete B.
Yes.
I'm deleting.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm deleting B. Okay.
You don't know how to. You don't know how many nodes are there here, and you don't know. That is what I'm saying, right? You don't know this. Can you see my pen here?
One point, like if you want to do it your way, right? Whatever you are suggesting, what you have to do is from head you have to go to that node until you point to the reference. If the next element is the reference, and you will stop it.
No, I have the reference node, right?
Reference node
is you have to delete the reference node.
reference
Okay.
node only you need to delete.
Okay, got it. I'm not deleting the element next to the reference. Oh, got it. Clear.
Yeah.
It's clear to me now.
Okay, good.
Right.
The simple thing is that you just copy the elements from the next node to the current node, and the last node you just deleted. So that is what I have done it here. Node.item equal to node.item.next. So what I'm doing is I'm copying the element. So because I need to delete this current node, right? So what I will do, I will copy in the current.item to the next item, and node.next equal to node.next.next. That is what I do. This is not complete actually, because I need to reach to the last node and then last node to be freed. So that code I have not written. Maybe I have not copied that. It is a bit. You need to do this operation in a while loop until you hit with the last node. Okay, and then last node to be, once you make that last node after copying, right, you just set it to null. So that will be available for garbage collection.
Yeah, while node next not equal to null. That check
exactly. Right, that check should be added in a while loop, and once you hit with that, then you come out of that loop.